What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to Thiccboi's Pokeballs.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Featuring Cake.
Okay. No packs today, but you know, it's the end of 2025, coming in 2026. We thought we'd take a step back and reflect on what we've achieved in the last few months. Creating the channel, getting back into Pokemon cards, ripping our first packs for the first time in 25 years. So we're going to have a little dive into our collection that we've amassed so far, predominantly Mega Evolution and Phantasmal Flames cards, and also a look at our retro binder and maybe what we can fill in the year to come. So let's have a look. All right, so here we've got our lovely binder from Palms Off Gaming that we bought, the Aussie company. Pretty nice binders, much better than the one I had from Star Wars Episode 1 back in the day. But here we have our Phantasmal Flames collection. So we've, if you've watched the channel, we've opened a lot of packs. Not as many as other people out there, but we're getting there for a little humble 40 subscriber channel. We've got all the holos and reverse holos, well, everything except Dawn, but the Charizard EX, the Oricorio, everything in here. Suicune, we've got the Suicune from EB Games because they just gave it to me, so I figured, hey, why not? Chuck it in the binder. Rotom, everyone, all this has been picked up from what we've pulled. We've traded a couple of cards to fill in some gaps with some friends of the channel. But it's all looking pretty good now. And there we have our one reverse holo. We don't have Dawn. Little filler in here, and then we come into the illustration rares. So in Perth, where we film this, we have a little markets down in Canning Vale where we go every now and then, trade some illustration rares we don't have, but we've got everything except the Meowth here, which is dropping in value, so we'll try and pick him up soon. Hopefully we can trade for him. We've got a double of Wooper, we've got a double of this Sharpedo that hopefully we'll trade for. And here we've got our Mega Charizard that we got from the UPC. The only hit we got from that UPC, so luckily he's a good value card. Still missing a few full arts. Most of them are pretty low value, so we'll just fill them in over the next year. Hopefully get something to trade with. And then we come into this page and our number one hits. The main chase of the channel. The Mega Charizard SIR. There was some pressure on Thiccboi and Pokeballs to sell this card, but no way. It's a memento for myself and Kikachu. We're not selling this card. So that's our number one SIR there. We have Rotom, oh sorry, not Rotom, I think Rotom goes there. Dawn and then the gold Charizard goes here. And then we have these couple that we've picked up just online, some cheap auctions. The Sharpedo SIR. I'm glad we didn't pull him from our booster box because he's going for about 30 or 40 bucks. So cool card nonetheless, but nowhere near as cool as the big boy, Bizarre. And here we have the Lopunny. Again, picked that up online. eBay gave me some discount because I sell so much stuff on there, so we picked these two up very cheap. So we're happy with that. Here we have our promo page. We got these from some random blister that came with the famous coin. These came with a 3-pack. The Charcadet we got from friend of the channel, Slapstick Cards. And then the Mega Charizard that came with the UPC. Pretty cool card. To be honest, I kind of prefer the Japanese ones where the writing's in Japanese, in English. I think it looks cooler, but we'll see how things look when Mega Dream comes out. And then we're saving 2 spots in the binder for the Meloetta promo and the Haunter promo. If we ever pick them up, we're not going to bother picking up the Build and Battle decks because that's just a waste of money, so we'll just try and pick up those promos when they come. And that's all our Phantasmal stuff. And then we come into Mega Evolution. Now when I bought this binder, it's a 480 slot binder. I tried to work out if we could fit the full master set of Mega and Phantasmal. Turns out we couldn't, so Mega has no reverse holos or no double slots. So what I do, if I have a reverse, I switch out the regular card with the reverse and keep the other one somewhere else. But we have all the base set in here, all the EXs, again, the ones we haven't pulled, we just traded some of the doubles we had. Reminds me of my childhood, it's pretty cool. Moyle, Kangaskhan, Latios. And then we come into our illustration rares. Lots of room here. I don't know if we'll bother filling in this set. There's so many cards that we need and too much money, it's not worth it. But we have the couple we do. Gargankel, Strudel, the Steelix, the Delibird, the first illustration rare we ever pulled on the channel. And then we've got the Abomasnow, the Air Balloon. Now there's nothing else in the fancy section except the Alakazam from the ETB because the Mega Gardevoir, gold Mega Gardevoir that we pulled, we sold. That funded our booster box. And then the Mega Gardevoir SIR that we didn't record on the channel, I traded in for the UPC and some cash, which gave us Mega Charizard, and so on and so forth. And here we just put some energies in. Very nice. So in 2026, we want to try and finish that Phantasmal Flames Master set. Mega Evolution, probably not. We'll see if prices drop heaps, and maybe we'll try and collect a few of the SIRs, especially Venusaur. He was our OG chase. And then we'll go from there. Now, part of the reason we got back into Pokepools, we picked ourselves up a new binder for our retro cards. Now this is the stuff that I pulled when I was a child, working with some energies. I haven't really added to that since. I've added a couple of cards, but this is the base set from when they were pulled when I was a kid. Missing the big boys. Alakazam, Blastoise, Chansey, Charizard, Clefairy, Poliwrath, or Magneton, Poliwrath, Zapdos. We'll get to them eventually, we'll get them. But we've got some of the big dogs, Gyarados, Nidoking, my boy, the Saw. The reason I wanted a Mega Venusaur, to hang out with this bad boy. I recall having a Blastoise as a kid, a couple of lines, but you know, if they don't have lines on them when you're a kid, were you even a kid? I remember having a Blastoise when I was a kid, and I must have traded it, but it's gone now, but I don't recall trading him. Never had the Zard when I was a kid. I wasn't one of those rich kids, so that's always been a dream to have that Charizard. We've got all the commons and uncommons, and now to fit everything in this binder, I had to make some colds. So some of the trainer cards, cold. We don't care about them. No one cares about trainers yet. But we've got the promo Mewtwo. The promo Mew, I can't remember where I got these from, like a magazine back in the early 2000s. And then this bad boy, the ancient Mew from the first movie. What a good day that was as a kid, seeing that movie. Blowing your mind when you saw that Donphin from Gen 2. On to the jungle stuff. Now here we did pick up a couple of cards recently. Picked up Nidoqueen and Venomoth. But here I don't have room to do holos and non-holos because these couple of sets have that. Very, very annoying. So we do want to try and just fill this in with a Clefable and Snorlax. And then maybe, probably not, we'd replace a couple of non-holos with holos. But from when I was a kid, the Mime, Pidgeot, Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, all non-holo. The Vileplume, I remember having a Vileplume without the jungle symbol as a kid, and I didn't like it, it upset me, my completionist nature. And as we go through the binder, it gets progressively more empty because we come into Fossil and we're missing heaps. Aside from your boy, the Dragonite, is a cool card. We do not have much Fossil at all. I'd like to fill Fossil in over the years. We picked up the Muck recently at the card show, but everything else is from when I was a kid. Kabutops, Lapras, Hypno, all from when I was a kid. Cool set though, but the coolest set, in my opinion, the Team Rocket set. Now this one, again, we're missing heaps, but the only holo we have is the Dark Machamp, who is, again, a sick card. Look at him, Uyokya. I think we need the Alakazam, Blastoise, Charizard again. Those three always elude me. The Dark Dragonite is the other big dog of this set. I do actually want to try and pick these up in the next year, so hopefully we get some good pulls in the year and we go back and trade for these cards. Couple of I don't remember what's missing here. Some uncommons, I think Slowbro and, I don't know, it wouldn't be Slowbro, I can't remember. We do have randomly a holographic trainer that I kept there because it was holo, but all the other trainers demoted to the back. Some very cool artwork in this set, I reckon. Dark Vaporeon looks sick. Dark Wartortle, Machoke. Just a cool set, cool artwork. Then some random cards that I had when I was a kid. I don't remember where I got this from, but he's in the binder because I had him. And then we come into the Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge. Now, this set I think came towards when I was starting to get out of Pokemon as a kid. So it's pretty limited in terms of holos, but this set was a massive set. This card I remember pulling outside of Big W in Phoenix and being so hyped because it was number 1 out of 132. Awesome card. But yeah, we got a few. The Misty's Seadra pre-release. I remember getting this from the news agency and being like, why does it say pre-release? Why does it say it? But a heap of holos missing. I don't have all the commons and uncommons of this set. You'll see there's a heap of gaps. Realistically, I don't think we're going to fill this set in. It's just too expensive, too many cards. So whatever's here is probably going to stay here unless I can get some kind of good deal. The few holos we have from Gym, I think this one's Gym Challenge, second set. This was my favourite because then I had 3 Machamps. Giovanni's Machamp, again, sick card. Beedrill, first time Beedrill looked cool ever. Golduck. And then some other stuff. And then that pretty much is all our Gym Challenge. And then I do have a random pack, a couple of packs of the Neo Gen 2 sets that I kind of picked up as I was getting out of Pokemon. Here's some trainers. This is all we've got here. And the one holo we have, the Togetic. To be honest, he's probably trade bait. If I can trade him for something cool, like a Clefable from Jungle, I will. But that's the state of play for Thiccboi's Pokepools at the end of 2025. Some friends of ours got us back into Pokemon, and now we're addicted. We didn't think we'd get addicted, but as soon as I pulled that Charizard, well, actually before I pulled that Charizard, I was like, I want to start collecting again. Putting cards in the binders, so like therapeutic. So bigger and better things in 2026. Thanks for watching. Keep on, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Thiccboi's Pokepools.